welcome to another candle talk on another Sunday evening or day, wherever you are in this now moment, whether you are live or tuning in to the replay. You are welcome, always. Welcome to the space, and I will share a song, waiting for those who want to log on. Hello. Good evening, Rebecca. Thank you for the wishes. I wish you are well as well in these awesome times. Awesome, wild roller coaster times. Welcome everybody who is tuning in live or in replay to enjoy this presence, this space together as family, to just be and to land. Last week, my partner and I decided to do a online retreat at about the same time, and yeah, it was a wonderful space as well. And back at it tonight, candle talk, just sharing heart, sharing presence. So it's been a wild week this side. So much has happened, so much is moving, so much is coming to fruition. And there seems to be a lot of turbulence in and around these things as well on a collective level. A topic for tonight I felt would be one that came up this week with myself and with others and with people I work with and assist through their personal development and spiritual development path. And this topic is what my friend called faith in a nutshell. But it touches on trust and surrendering and letting go. Grace. What is grace? Yeah, what is grace? The question brought up during this week was luck and grace, which is not quite the same thing. Grace is something that is greater than luck, more present, more alive, and is always there. It's not something that many get to experience consciously out there in the big old world. And it also touches on a sense of religious grace, which it is absolutely not that. It is also greater than that, because as many of us may know, and some not, that without judgment, all is beautiful, all is perfect. But religion is so much greater than just the religions, and I find it quite interesting when we look at all the religions together and see how each of them hold very important values and concepts that some religions don't have. And I always find it a beautiful thing to be able to stay open and learn from all places. all spaces, all cultures, all religions. And actually, if you were to take all the religions together and put them into one, and take the best parts out of all of them, that would be quite spectacular and quite something. So, grace is alive. Grace is a presence that's there always to support us and assist us. It is something greater than us, and it belongs to creation itself. Which always stays connected to us and is always aware of what we're going through in life, and always shows up in the right moments, the right time, always perfectly coordinated. At least if we're able to notice it or be aware of it, because it can come in many forms. Yeah? It can come in the form of a person. It can come in the form of a opportunity. It may come in the form of something small even. Something just to land beneath us, to cradle us, to hold us in our difficult times, our difficult moments, and our moments of learning, when our life lessons and challenges, which are the same thing, all challenges in life are really lessons. They are not happening to us because we have done something wrong. These challenges and not so nice experiences in life always have a teaching and a lesson for us specifically. And as we are all familiar, we're quick to point fingers and share blame to many things around us, our circumstances and people in our lives. But this is not real. Accountability and knowing that we are responsible for everything that happens in our lives. We are the creators of our lives. When we don't know that, or we're not aware of that, it can be very difficult. We feel disconnected from life. We feel unlucky. We feel in a state of victimhood, which has been part of our lives for a very long time, but these times are over now. It's time for empowerment. It's time for accountability and responsibility. Some may say, how am I supposed to take responsibility of something that happens in the world that has nothing to do with me, but it affects me? How did I create that? Well, we don't only create our realities with action, but we're also creating our realities with inaction. The things we aren't doing, the things we aren't speaking up to. Whether it's setting our boundaries with our loved ones, setting our boundaries with friends and family, taking care of your needs. Not taking care of your needs can bring a lot of disturbance and frustration in our lives, and we'll blame all the things around us that seem to be causing that pain or discomfort. But we could have done things for ourselves, to support ourselves, to take care of ourselves, which wouldn't have left us feeling the same way that we do when we are challenged or hurt. We're all on this learning path, and it's time to step into our sovereignty. So grace, 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 grace. I would love to hear in the comments what you believe grace is and what grace has been for you. Always grateful, Rebecca, yes. Always grateful for everything happening, right? Because all has its lesson. So with that, the whole judgment of good and bad and all these labels can dissolve as well, because even the bad things, so-called bad things, are just lessons. They are beautiful little gems to be acknowledged. The message is inside all the time, hidden inside all of these things. It's big, it's huge, and it's constant work to try and stay on top of that and to not blame things and people and situations, but looking for the lesson always. So grace is there. Grace is always there. And when we look backwards into the past, in hindsight, we often can more easily notice how things came into our lives at the right moment that seemingly picked us up or supported us or offered us that lifeline. It's more difficult to remember that and notice it in the moment, but if we can just remember in hindsight how things always came along at the right time to support us, we can stay more open in the moment to notice those things, those lifelines. I've had too many things show up in my life, big signs that show me that everything is happening to me for a reason, good or bad, always a purpose. Absolutely, yeah. It's such a gift when we can see life this way. Life opens up so much, right? We become more aware of the reasons why things are happening. Huge liberation in this. Huge liberation in this. Gotta go with the flow and trust in the heart. Indeed. The other thing about grace is that it's subtle. It can be very subtle. And I believe that if it wasn't subtle and it came quickly and in one big foul swoop just cleared things for us or helped us out of a situation, a difficult situation, it could often be misread and not really acknowledged. It could seem like luck, and it's absolutely not that. It's more sincere, it's more subtle, and it's like that for a reason. It slowly builds a foundation of trust. It builds and builds slowly. And when we we start to notice it in hindsight and in the present, we can also begin to know and understand that the future will work the same, and we can let go, we can trust that things will work out, and we stay open and attentive and pay attention. And as we start to notice this more and more, that trust can build and we can live in full faith. Full faith. Faith can be a very loose word sometimes, but I mean it in a more solid, more fruitful, experiential manner. And yeah, the more we notice it, the more we will trust. The more it will become an inner knowing, a gnosis, that something is looking after us. We are connected to something bigger than us, and something bigger than us is always there for us if we are willing to notice it. And thus life will be more easy. Rebecca, you said go with the flow. How many people can't understand that, can't grasp that? They need the control, right? Otherwise, if we don't have control, things won't go our way, or we might get hurt. And control is a huge thing in our society, and it's very much based on trauma and how lack of control always led to us being hurt in some way in our first years and younger years. We were so vulnerable and open to so many things that harm us, even little things that weren't meant to harm us, but we take things so personally, especially when we're living in this idea that life happens to us and not for us. Yeah, trusting and having faith always needed. Yeah. I hope this little nugget shared, or these nuggets, golden nuggets shared here, can be remembered and passed on and shared with those around us in the following week to come, and to put back into practice for those of us who have forgotten that flow and that trust and that connection with the divine, with God. God, in all of its names, in all religions, it's outside of religion. Inclusivity, the all that has no judgment and does not condemn. That is a fear tactic, that is a control tactic. God is grace itself. And it knows that we are learning along the way, no matter how bad the things we do are, we are learning. Everyone who has ever harmed us is learning. Compassion, understanding, understanding, putting ourselves in other people's shoes, understanding what causes people to act in these certain ways. They're hurting also. Those who harm others are simply hurting inside. So many forget to acknowledge that. We're not saying what they're doing is right, but we can understand that they're for sure not in control, not present, not aware of what they're doing, because no living human being or soul at their core would ever want to hurt another being. It's against natural law. It's against nature. Hmm. So with that, taking a deep breath together in this remembrance, this reminder, and just breathing that compassion into the heart, carrying this with us as we move throughout our day, as we converse with other human beings. Seeing life in this way is true medicine, and life will reveal so much to us if we hold this perception. No more separation, no more blame, no more loneliness, no more confusion. Just lessons. So much gratitude we will hold in our hearts every day when we walk in this way, live and move in this way. Yes, hurting people hurt people. Welcome, welcome, Em. You made it. Ontario, Canada. Cool. Welcome, dear. Such a beautiful opportunity to hold this space for others, a space where we can connect as humans and just be present with one another. It's good to see you too. So the first 20 minutes we've been talking about grace and trust in life, trust in our connection with creation itself, and how we are always supported even when we feel like we're not. But staying aware to the little signs, the little gestures from creation which are there to remind us or lift us up in these times. Remember that we are accountable for everything that happens in our lives, even the things that we feel we're not. We're either creating our reality through action, but also inaction. What are we not doing? What are we allowing? What boundaries are we not setting for ourselves? Causing these things to keep happening to us, which we don't like. Even if it's not from the same person, we move away from that person so that they don't do those things to us, but then it can happen again through others, and that those patterns will repeat until we learn the lesson that creation is giving us the loving opportunity to learn. It's always about this. It's always our expansion, our growth. We have the power to heal ourselves and create the reality we want to live in. But we have to mold it on all levels: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. So, yeah, letting go of the blame and the judgment. There's no right and wrong, there's just everybody learning. It's weird that some of the artifacts from previous dimensions and incarnations that create the loops, the trauma imprinting stuff also. And when familial feeds back. What are echo chambers? I'm not too sure, my dear, but it sounds like they relate to what you're talking about, the patterns. The patterns from incarnations which are present in this incarnation, which keep coming around. Those lessons keep coming around and echoing through each lifetime until we acknowledge and realize how we have not done anything about those things, not stepping into our sovereignty and not reclaiming our power and not setting up our boundaries. And those patterns will come back again and again. Echo chambers. I wonder if anyone has heard of the term and would like to comment in the comments, either on the replay or if they are live with us today. It would be lovely to hear your perception and experience on echo chambers. What is your experience with it, Em? And where did you hear the term? Would love to know. You also mentioned previous dimensions, and we must remember that there is no previous and no future. Time is not linear, and all is present now. And we are able to connect to those other dimensions, other lifetimes, other incarnations and spaces and places and parallels in the now moment if we choose. And that's part of the healing process, right? I hope everyone is having a beautiful Sunday. I wish you've had a beautiful week, full of insight, full of lessons, noticing grace present in every moment, showing up in all forms, in nature, in people, in the reflections that we see in others of ourselves, because that's all it is, isn't it? Today, unfortunately, is going to be a slightly shorter space because it's been quite a busy day, and I got home not so long ago, and it seems the phone is not charged enough. But the first few minutes, the first 40 minutes, 30 minutes has a great couple of golden nuggets to take through our week next week, to stay aware of it, to use it, to share it, to remember it. And yeah, I wish you all a beautiful rest of your Sunday, and sharing lots of love with you all. Again, it's my honor to open this space on a Sunday evening. And oh, I've missed a whole bunch of comments here. I've been experiencing them, unsure of how to manage them. They are remnants from non-human things that echo in also. So setting the diamond pillar helps to clear out the echoes and remnants. The diamond pillar can, yes, it's a great foundation. Some things are harder to clear and needs a little bit more assistance. We can talk deeper about that another time or in person. I think I'm experiencing echo chambers, but I don't know how to say what it is. They are dry. I don't know what or how to articulate. It may have to do with mind, nature, feeling, and being in the digital realms is not so fun. There are movie realms also, wacky. It's nice to have a space to mention these things. Yeah, sure, beautiful, and so welcome. Blessings, 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 sweeties. Rebecca's multitasking herself. Nice. Well, it's been lovely, and I look forward to next week. And yeah, I look forward to hearing more from you guys, how life is unfolding for you. Well, for now, big hugs. All my love. And ciao for now. For those who came on late, it seems that these lives only upload the following day, so you can catch up with the first half there, okay? Tomorrow. Bye bye for now.